You need something?
I have plans here.
So that's...
Sure. The Institute uses...
We've spent dozens of years and too many good agents' lives only to discover that the Institute could build something so... This is our top...
Welcome to the family. We're a colorful and arguably insane...
Glad you signed on.
Ready to hand over the plans?
I might get to take the
This is
occasional
the
night
big
off.
one.
There you go. Let's see what we...
Hold on. Ow.
Uh-huh.
And you can divert the signal using a heavily...
Uh-huh. I knew you could figure it out, Tom.
The plans cover all this bit here?
Nice work, Tom.
Hey, tell that to Kim.
Right.
We can scrounge up, but where to build it? I know Pam was right. Once you set up the... Or you could build your...
Excuse me.
So the Institute's using teleporters now? I told him. But it was all, it violates the laws of physics.
I'm feeling overdue for some reconstructive. Surgery.
Man, come back! I was having fun!
Having fun? Huh? I can do this all day.
Hey, bro. You got the platform built yet? Ticked.
I did it. The platform's constructed.
And the sun. But there's 3. You find it?
Uh-huh. Thanks, Tom.
I don't doubt it for 1 minute. After you get the gettables, me.
Uh-huh.
Adrenaline! Whoa!
That's over.
We made it! We did make it, right? see what I got in my bag of tricks.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, guys. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely...
I like the name.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Okay. I'll do.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Until you make contact, and probably after, Can you do that?
Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform and... Tom, talk to me.
Sure.
This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it.
You jack that holotape into any terminal, and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the R up. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Goddamn them.
Who are...
Come on, Sean. We need to...
Father?
Yes, it's me.
What's going on?
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean.
I don't...
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Uh-huh.
Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean.
But I need you to realize you have to... It's good.
Sure.
I am.
Bullshit.
Is it? In the vault. You had no con, but then you learn. Is it really? And here.
Uh-huh.
To you, that would, at that time, scientific. So they,
So,
plenty of that, even in the, but then the Institute found, I was exact. I am the,
Sean.
it really is. I know you must have questions.
Uh-huh.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point.
Right.
The Institute.
It doesn't matter what they think.
Ultimately, just
Uh-huh.
what else can I?
So you're in charge of the...
I am
Uh-huh.
the Institute.
They need your help, Sean.
Oh, we've tried that.
Uh-huh.
Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a state. No. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard. Just what else can...
I think I've heard...
Very well. The Institute.
Sure.
I've been a part of... And
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. Forgive. There is much.
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am... The Institute.
Right.
You want to... And finally...
Uh-huh.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask... It's me. They were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
I've heard stories. On the surface, sure sounds scary.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Subject identified.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Uh-huh. A friend named Tinker Tom.
He must have had some serious hardware. Your message was only one word. Friend.
Uh-huh. The railroad sent me to look for someone they call.
What? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But, wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
Liam.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you...
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend.
Meeting here is dangerous. You...
Because the members of the railroad have
I thought only Mr. Benet.
That's what the railroad does, Z1.
I've never met another human willing to help.
Right now, how many synths?
The ones I know for certain.
That'll take forever. Let's free them.
I would do anything for my people. But it's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that...
If I can find a way to open those doors...
Yes.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. But if you could get me a pre-war
I'll find it for you.
That's great. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago. Ask your friends in the railroad.
Hey, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, if you don't...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him...
Now.
Right.
As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running. We maintain and upgrade. There's a lot of the work we do. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division...
It must be a challenge to meet the power.
Over the years, when necessary, we can tap into select sources. Fortunately, advanced systems is always... It's a good thing, too, because... You don't even want to know what a single user...
Sure.
I wouldn't be here.
Allie.
Not for your son.
What do you need?
Do you require anything?
Hey, Z1.
Do you require anything?
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Everyone's excited about the project.
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome. And they're so good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience
After
Division.
all,
I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Our own humanity.
I look forward to learning.
In that case, as the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being. To that end, we've even started to explore... You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys...
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but...
Great. In any case...
I'm good for now.
Take care, then.
I'm sorry, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat. You're here. Glad you made it.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Reporting status.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics
Carry on,
to knock
sir.
some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on
I
the
hear we're
targeting
about to
package
get a new
upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should
Please
take some
don't
courses
get any
with
germs on us. A message.
Please don't.
Doc.
There's
So,
enough friction as it is between
here you are.
us and pretty much
I'll be
all the other
upfront. Just,
departments.
I'm sure you understand.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked, our primary...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if this...
Certainly. The results... Our main instrument, Corsairs Hunt, they are highly... What I gather you know.
Right.
In fact...
Sure. I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Corsair should be more... I suppose I'll have to ask... Now, unless you need something else...
If you're the acting...
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval. In his absence?
Nothing to report, sir. All systems nominal. Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
No visible. We'll start.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she...
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our...
Don't worry.
Thank you, I do... Oh, before I forget, I've been told to install a... You're to be given full access.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the in case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind. If nothing else, it should Now, unless there's something else,
I'm good for now.
All right.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst. When are you going to tell me about this phase 3?
No, Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you have.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute,
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible.
I'm glad you can appreciate what. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. Unfortunately, no advancement comes. As remarkable as our synths are, the superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware...
However closely they may approximate human behavior, when you see what I have to show you, a rogue synth has taken over. His memories have been erased, and his identity under his leadership. I've dispatched a courser to Liberty.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get moving. Many.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm
Please
supposed
don't
to
run. The raiders know we're coming. As soon as we get started, the better. Eliminated. Thought I heard something move. Guess it was nothing.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
You'll need to say, once he's shut down,
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary...
Well, he might not be alone up there. That's all, sir.
There we go.
Well done. Judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents like me. So, get it to the top. The Institute's so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from...
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization gap.
What? You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, I said something to him.
Analysis green. Security operation successful. Resuming normal operation.
This is X688, ready to reload with reclaimed synth B592.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging...
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims. But enough about that. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. While you were away, you'll find all... Go and have a look. Quarters are just inside, sir.
We can use our components and make something that's actually useful.
When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Excuse me?
I'm looking forward to the next mission.
Sean.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do?
Right. I try and talk it out, see if things...
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves... The group that calls themselves the Railroad have they no doubt mean to free these synths. In their delusion that synths are somehow... You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you...
They mean well. They're only...
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the risk. Usually they are a minor nuisance. But lately, I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of...
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act up. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind...
I'll act quickly.
You'll have a contact.
raider.
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh?
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out.
Sure.
Our targets are inside. 4 synths. The situation appears to have... We move in. Secure the synths and...
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synths are the primary... Here are the recall code. SRB intelligence... Munitions parameters just changed. Going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Trouble. So that's it, huh? Back up! Leave no survivors. Taking damage! Taking damage! Don't give up! Rally! They're running down our...
Your termination is inevitable.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone. We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Hi.
Thank you for sparing us.
In case anyone didn't mention it, Quiet Time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
All systems to nominate.
Son.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me.
I try and talk it out.
An admirable goal. The group that... They know you've been in con...
Railroad?
Oh, come now. Let's not play games. Don't worry. Usually they are a minor... I'm afraid we have learned.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully. But it's... We also...
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact...
You there. Caravan or Raider?
I'm here on my own.
Freelance.
Hey, Synth.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here. Our targets are in the situation. We move.
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, you're the recall code. SRB intelligence reports indicate that the city's being held below the main street. The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Utilizing stealth detected. Interesting.
Intruder alert! You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us! They're cutting down our squad!
Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B-257, initiate
Here they are.
God, it's Corsair.
Issue.
No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y-915, initiate reset. Author. All right, Synth.
Please.
Z-322, initiate. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F-630.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to you. Father, upon your return. Good work.
Initiated.
Someone there? What? Who's there?
Is someone present?
Sean.
You know, In all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just... the only hope for humanity lies.
It's not so bad, really.
Perhaps. Standing here, I'm reminded of how I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with... Well, the Institute realized a contingency plan. It only made sense that my parents should fill it. I'll admit. When I had you released from Vault 111, I had to not only do so, extraordinary.
Uh-huh. So it was you. You let me in.
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment. I had no idea. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? Perhaps most curious to me.
Sean, you need to know.
I can see that you do.
Uh-huh.
The synths have been safely returned and will be... I hope you weren't at...
There's always a risk.
I'm glad you see it then. The railroad remains an annoyance.
Sure.
And you, well, you've passed. Please, take this.
Right.
It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back. Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I have no idea what
I'll admit, I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a class. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control.
Sure.
With every advance the Institute makes, many compromises and sacrifices.
In this world, I'm sure
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on...
Right.
Phase 3 is simply It will ensure not just our survival.
Uh-huh. Sounds like an important step.
The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined and to how you will.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would... While I'm not overly fond of putting my own...
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more...
Sure.
I don't know.
Dr. Holdren, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I'm sorry, this is... Our best efforts have failed.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please.
There must be something we can do to help.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the... We can talk more later. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. To that end...
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, The Institute has enough scientists. I believe my father has already proven. This will conclude this meeting.
I had no idea.
I know this is... Well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too...
I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question that some of the direct... That's why I'd like you to take charge of this. There are hard decisions ahead.
Sean.
I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this...
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the... Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our number one. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece.
Right.
But here we are. Not to put more pressure. We don't want them getting... Head on up to the relay.
Synth unit.
My compliments on getting E5
SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ayo saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ayo mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no,
Director
he's
Holdren
not.
seems
But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal, and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
From what I hear, that rogue sent for Talia, real mix. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Brotherhood sure is. Guess we'll have to go through them.
What was that? Die! Damn, lost him.
Not a bad piece of work for its time.
Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
This area cleared. Proceeding with search protocol. Violence will not be accepted.
Target lock acquired. Resuming lethal force visualization operation. Hostiles neutralized. Recommend immediate repairs to primary systems to ensure continued operation.
Anomaly detected.
Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Hostile section detected. Engaging hostile life form.
You don't.
Soldier, stay with me!
No life signs detected. Movement detected.
Surprise assault. Stand out.
If possible,